You know, that whole idea of going through the usual grind, school, job, working your tail off, sucking away money, battling debt, and tossing your bets into the long game of the stock market, well, it's looking pretty outdated these days. I mean, seriously, with them cranking out trillions of dollars like there's no tomorrow, why bother hoarding cash, right? And let's not even start on the ginormous gap between the mega-rich 1% and the rest of us 99%. It's more than just about money. It's about zooming out and taking in the whole landscape. So, here's the real question. What's the game plan now? But before that, let's enhance your financial knowledge and join the ride on the Richest Roadmap channel. If you're ready to improve your budgeting skills, set financial goals, and work toward financial freedom, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to leave a comment, ask a question, or offer a suggestion about our videos, because we genuinely enjoy interacting with you. And now, let's get back to the topic. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich versus Poor Mindset. Robert Kiyosaki discussed the existence of various financial personas within individuals. He noted the presence of a version that might be financially challenged, another that seeks stability through a consistent paycheck and a sense of security, and a third version that aspires to a more extravagant lifestyle. Kiyosaki highlighted the coexistence of these different aspects within individuals, while expressing the lack of guidance on how to effectively unleash and embody them. Recalling his renowned book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Kiyosaki revisited the teachings of his rich dad. This influential figure in his narrative held a strong stance against the idea of relying solely on a regular monthly income. To his rich dad, becoming too comfortable with a predictable paycheck resembled willingly committing to a life as a lifelong employee. Kiyosaki emphasized the discrepancy between this mindset and his rich dad's philosophy. Consequently, his rich dad never provided him with a customary paycheck, much to the frustration of his poor dad, a government employee who emphasized the significance of stable income. Kiyosaki clarified that his rich dad wasn't fundamentally against paychecks. Instead, he was determined to prevent money from dictating one's decisions and actions. This is where the concept of entrepreneurship emerged. Kiyosaki underscored that being an entrepreneur transcends mere business ownership. It involves a comprehensive shift in mindset and a willingness to adopt an entirely new set of principles. He expanded on the entrepreneurial perspective, explaining that in the face of a failed business venture, he doesn't hesitate to rebound and engage in a new endeavor. The safety net of a regular paycheck isn't essential in his approach. Additionally, he mentioned that if his current environment doesn't resonate with his entrepreneurial drive, he is open to relocating to a more conducive business-oriented setting. For Kiyosaki, entrepreneurship entails not only the business itself, but also a complete transformation in thinking, accompanied by a fresh approach to navigating life's opportunities. Entrepreneurship, according to Kiyosaki, represents an entirely distinct mindset, a unique skill set, and a set of guidelines that only those with courage are willing to embrace. Yet, he emphasizes that these guidelines are not set in stone. They shift based on whether one is part of the workforce or at the helm of a small business. For each role, the thinking process and actions are akin to being in different gears. Asked what he would tell someone unfamiliar with the world of entrepreneurship, Kiyosaki insists on sharing his own experiences. He recalls a pivotal moment when he received a substantial bonus check of around $30,000. While the excitement was undeniable, there was an underlying sense of discomfort. At the time, he was working diligently at Xerox in Puerto Rico. One day, a man named John approached him and confidently predicted, "You'll be back." Bewildered, Kiyosaki inquired why, to which John responded with a revelation, "Because you're going to hit a wall." Although Kiyosaki's initial reaction may have involved a few choice words, his ultimate response reflected determination. "Sure, I might stumble, but I won't be crawling back." This resolute spirit, he explains, is crucial. According to Kiyosaki, if the notion of retreating to a safety net is entertained, it often becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. As for his own journey into entrepreneurship, Kiyosaki candidly shares that he was financially destitute. There was no steady paycheck for years. However, his mentor, often referred to as the rich dad, imparted a valuable lesson. In the absence of a consistent paycheck, the desire for success becomes akin to a hunger, one that propels individuals to delve deeper and think more astutely. This circumstance becomes a test of character. Will one resort to shortcuts and deceit, or rise to the challenge and evolve? This, in Kiyosaki's view, is the essence of entrepreneurship. It reveals one's true nature when faced with adversity. It's about maintaining a perspective of the bigger picture, always remaining focused on the ultimate goal. While many fret about the uncertainty of the future and the surprises it may bring, Kiyosaki offers a fundamental truth. Even in the darkest times, dawn eventually breaks. The key is to be prepared and adaptable. And speaking of being prepared, let's chat about debt. While the common refrain advises people to get out of debt, Kiyosaki offers a different perspective. He shares a recent experience where he engaged with debt in a strategic manner, refinancing a substantial $300 million loan. This maneuver led to a significant reduction in his interest rate, from 5% to a sleek 2.5%. The result? A financial boon, with more disposable income every month, thanks to the lowered borrowing costs. So, while the crowd shouts, "Dump debt," Kiyosaki says, "Master debt." He recalls the advice of his rich dad upon returning from Vietnam in 1973 to learn the ins and outs of the real estate industry. However, this wasn't solely about properties. It encompassed the art of leveraging debt and comprehending tax implications. These two factors, Kiyosaki contends, function as hidden codes that contribute to the wealth of the affluent, often leaving the middle class perplexed. Kiyosaki provides an example involving high-earning professionals like doctors and lawyers. Despite their considerable incomes, a substantial portion gets channeled into taxes. Kiyosaki narrates a scenario where a doctor friend celebrated hitting $1 million in earnings, only to be confronted with a tax bill of $750,000, leaving him with around $400,000. Kiyosaki contrasts this with his own approach. When he earns $1 million, he keeps $1 million. This is attributed to his adherence to the belief that the wealthy do not toil solely for money. The established notion of getting out of debt is reevaluated by Kiyosaki, who describes his shift toward embracing debt and strategically utilizing it to his advantage. This is exemplified through his recent experience of refinancing $300 million at a lower interest rate. Kiyosaki reveals that banks may not be friends to everyone, but his relationship with them has proved beneficial. Debt is characterized as an often underestimated asset, while taxes are portrayed as a pivotal component, particularly for the wealthy. This combination, he asserts, propels the affluent upwards and the rest downwards in the financial hierarchy. Kiyosaki acknowledges the influence of Moore's law, which posits that information doubles every year and a half. He emphasizes the significance of adaptability in an ever-changing landscape, particularly in the realm of technology. The essence of entrepreneurship, he concludes, is a psychological endeavor intertwined with the dynamics of debt and taxes, coupled with an evolving education. When considering the economy, Kiyosaki introduces a dual perspective: one's personal economy and the broader economic context. He underscores the importance of controlling internal focus to navigate external circumstances, transforming setbacks into stepping stones. For those seeking to break free from conventional paths and scripted lives, Kiyosaki suggests that entrepreneurship offers an alternative route. The inherent fire to break away from norms, he believes, paves the way for an unparalleled journey, where one's playbook is self-authored and the road ahead is boundless. Thanks for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit from it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, Rich's Roadmap, for more valuable insights and financial advice. Keep taking charge of your finances. And remember, the road to riches is just beginning. See you in the next video.